This is the Zoom B14 bass multi-effects pedal, and it's a multi-effects pedal packed with all kinds of amp models, cab simulation, different effects of all kinds, a looper, a tuner, and it's only $90 brand new. And it also sounds really, really good, surprisingly. So cheap plastic multi-effects pedals, they've been around for decades now, and I don't think they really have a great reputation for sounding decent, or sounding good in any way, shape, or form, to say the least. And they always have this very signature little plastic case as well. But of course, over the years, we've seen nothing but improvements in not only digital sounds, but bringing analog sounds to digital too. And something like this is really surprising because it's cheap, it's plastic, which are all things that make you go, oh, no, I'm good. But it actually does sound really good, surprisingly. So the B14, there's a lot to really like about this and some that there's not really a lot to like about it and that really needs a lot of work. But for the most part, this pedal is awesome. A very simple and straightforward interface that doesn't take too long to get used to, and it's also packed to the gills with all kinds of sounds. You have 9 amp models, 10 cab models, 60 effects, as well as a looper and a tuner too. And there's already 40 presets on the Zoom as soon as you take it out of the box, and room for 50 presets for you to make too. There's actually a lot of really convincing sounds and presets already on this thing, but in case you don't like it, you can go into each preset and really fine tune a lot of individual parameters of each effect that's on that preset. And that's really cool. It's something that is common in a lot of bigger multi-effects processors, but this is a small, cheap $90 plastic housing that you wouldn't really expect that much versatility from. I found really for the most part that more than half of the presets out of the box do sound fantastic, surprisingly. And some of the other ones just don't work at all. There's one on it that I don't get it. Like, what is that? Is it just like a noisemaker? I guess? I don't know, that's weird. Also, I really have to say that while a lot of the regular amp models sound really fantastic out of the box, and of course you can fine tune it from there, it's when you get to the distortion part, that's when it's a little harder. I think this is a big thing with a lot of multi-effects processors, and where people can tell that it's just all digital, is that the distortion doesn't sound really natural a lot of the time. And it's something that I'm sure in the future will get fixed with future models of these, but as for now, the distortions and the overdrives need still a little bit of work, but they still sound really good for the most part. This thing is also really perfect for practicing with too, because there's an auxiliary in where you can simply just plug in your phone or MP3 player or something like that and play along to whatever song that you want to, as well as there's a looper function and drum patterns too. There's 68 built-in drum patterns. Of course, there's smaller loops, but still, that's awesome. And really the effects for the most part, the octave one and the synth sound surprisingly fantastic. Of course, not perfect. Their tracking isn't really the best, but you still have to bring in the $90 price tag that's associated with this thing. It's just really insane to get such a good octave and synth sound in this, let alone all the phase, chorus, flanger, and all kinds of reverb and stuff like that too on top of that. So overall, the Zoom B1.4, this thing is, again, a huge surprise to me. And it's something where I wasn't expecting it to sound this good and really be this user-friendly. This is perfect for beginners, for intermediates. Hell, this is perfect for an expert player who wants it on the road for practice. Would I record with it? I think I would. Not for the distortion parts, but just a solid bass tone, absolutely. There's a lot of different really good sounding bass tones you can get with this, especially add in the effects of the chorus, the phaser, and all that other cool stuff on top of it. But when it comes to distortion, it could do a little better. But again, is that really too much to complain about when this thing is $90? It's surprising, again, and that's the main thing about this, is how intuitive it is, how versatile it is, and how useful it can be too. But of course, let me know what you guys thought about it, and if this kind of thing even interests y'all at all. But if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and do that now for all kinds of bass videos every single week. And a huge thanks to my Patreon supporters as well. If you want to help support the channel like these beautiful people, then you can head over to my Patreon page for things like early access to videos, giveaways, and more. But thank y'all so much for watching as always, for liking, commenting, subscribing, all that cool stuff. Follow me on social media, and I'll see y'all next time.